pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Minutes of the Commissioners' meeting, January 2016.
And those are all 2015 warrants, they are not 16.
Okay. What is First National Bank Trust?
That's that financial assurance permit that Dave was talking about.
Okay. And then the coroner's charge, is that for the year?
Yes, once a year we get, Thomas County bills that out for the 15th district, and once a year they bill the coroner charges to us.
And then on this one, I thought we were digging that for free.
Yeah, I noticed the check for gravel.
Yeah.
If it was free, I'm not aware of it.
I'll ask Dave.
Yes, yes.
Oh, Karen,
Good morning, Karen. Nicole, that is a report that I print at the end of every month
Okay.
for every department regarding the expenses that came out of their particular budget during the month. And so each department kind of knows where they're at during the course of the year
Okay.
on the spending of it. I can also print those out, you know, for the diversion fund, any monies that is spent out of those funds.
Okay.
So I thought that would be good for you to see and kind of get familiar with.
Thank you.
questions?
On the December 29th meeting,
Okay, what did you have a question on?
I don't believe that the intention of the board was the 6% increase for everybody.
Okay. Because there were some people that had already, we decided that we're
Yeah,
going to stay the same.
We made an adjustment on the assessor pay for, what was that title? Assessor for real property, is that what it was?
Property appraiser,
Yeah,
deputy.
not a deputy.
I thought you tabled that.
I was reading it last night. Got Ed's.
I think it was appraiser personal property. Didn't we agree to bump him up on that? I thought we set a limit on that.
And we also, on certain salaries, we did not pick up. So that's not correct. It wasn't a total increase all across the board of 6%, so you're right there.
For
So-
those employees, what I understood from the board was because you had reallocated the dispatch, there was not 6% given there, but that Commissioner Radcliffe had made a motion to do a reclassification for all departments. So I worked those up that way. But I also listened to the tape and watched the video. And when the Register of Deeds was here and you were explaining to her that there was a 3% pay compatibility and
Cost of living
a
and
3%. So that's how the wage agreements were revised.
But I think what Rodney's saying is he thought that the paper said that there was basically a 6% raise across the board.
Oh.
That's not so.
No.
We did not do 6%. And some departments didn't get a raise at all.
Right.
That's correct,
And
that's correct.
To stay competitive, we did a 3% cost of living, which we've done the past few years. And then to be competitive with other areas, we're trying to slowly step up, and that would be the 3% on certain, if not most of the departments.
Right.
Yeah.
Across the board,
Yeah.
no, that,
How are we gonna work that so that it doesn't rain like that?
Well, I don't want in the future, arguments coming back from non-elected
I think
employees that the minutes or the paper said across the board, because that's not really what happened.
All right, but we gotta get this changed so that it,
but this
It
doesn't,
isn't
it doesn't
worded
say
that
across the
way.
board in here, it just says a pay compatibility. So it would be an addition to the minutes.
Right. I mean, it just needs to say that we took a look at everybody's salaries and adjusted accordingly, and trying to get equalized with other counties.
Okay, I'm okay other than that. I just wanted to make sure.
So do you already agree with that?
I can just say, something to the fact that those departments that had their pay scales adjusted during the course of the year were not, because there was already a pay increase, not given the 6%, because they'd already had their, something to that effect.
There were some departments that were new that we just added this last year that we did not give a pay raise to either, so. Ground slopers, we didn't increase it.
So I was under the understanding it was.
Pardon?
Did we increase curl slopers other than 3%?
We did not increase that. Hers was one that remained the same.
Okay.
We increased Ryan a little bit. I think it was to 42, but I'm not positive on
I talked to Ryan, and Ryan said that you moved his level 3 to 42,000, and then I was to add 6% to that. So, a lot of confusion
Yeah,
as to
yeah.
what is, and because not all departments were treated the same, and,
Right,
and
right.
a lot of confusion,
that. Okay,
so.
I'm okay with that.
Do we have any questions on anything else on the minutes or warrants?
Yeah, this one should be, that's more than $1.50. I think they raised it to
Okay.
That's what Roger had said at the meeting, was it was $1.50.
$2. Well, my water bill reflected it.
Okay,
I don't remember if it's 2 or 2.5, but it has went up.
it has went up, okay,
Okay, so we need to check.
But I don't know if that's CDN versus
yeah.
Bird Cities.
So if it was saying it's in Bird Cities, it would be 250.
I think so, but I'm not sure. We'd have to check on it, make sure.
Okay, so we do need to check on
Well, okay. That is just what he reported at the meeting. What it is, I don't know. But that is what Roger Jensen reported.
I just marked a few things, but I don't really have questions. Is there anything else on the minutes or warrants?
No.
Okay, we need a motion to approve them then, with the changes
I'll
that
make
we
a
had
motion to
suggested.
approve the minutes of both meetings
With the changes.
With the changes.
with the changes.
Okay.
I'll second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay. Nicole, did you have anything?
Just a couple things from last meeting. I've been looking into the amusement authority bylaws, and I contacted Jim Milliken's office, and he indicated that he does not have those anymore. So I have contacted, I've left phone messages for numerous members of the amusement authority requesting they contact me, and I have not heard anything back, and I'm sending a letter off today requesting they provide those to us. So I still don't have them, I've been working on it, but Milliken does not have those anymore. I have contracts from Grace with the senior citizen, with the architect that I'm reviewing, that I will get back to you guys with. The contract with the architect is quite lengthy. On my first review, I'm not seeing anything that's problematic whatsoever, but I want to read through it one more time because it's about 42 pages long. There are some other legal issues, but as I look at the agenda, I think those will kind of come up as some of the people up here, and that's it.
Okay. Thank you.
I also needed a clarification from the board. I went to load the budgets and needed some direction on what your intent was. And where did my copy get off to? As to what, here it is. Some things that I noticed, that on the county attorney's budget, you had budgeted $5,000 for commodities, and the $1,500 that you pay the county attorney in rents goes to cover the commodities that that department purchases I went ahead and put it in the budget because that's what you guys had approved. I also need a clarification today on the pay to Mr. Harper for his IT. That needs to go into the budget at the appropriate place as we start to move forward. On the other, you had done $35,000 for the Northwest Kansas recycling and then another $36,000 for recycling. What was the $36,000 for? Because we don't have a line item in the budget for me to load that. We have to get one created. And also,
That was, if I recall right, we moved that. It was in the 2015 budget. We moved it a little bit. Okay, there was a recycling.
Saying they're okay. Changes.
do you want them handwritten on there or do
I
you
think
want
you-
them typed?
Can they be handwritten?
They could be handwritten.
Okay, you can go ahead and handwrite them in. I just don't want to sign it changed.
There was a recycling, oh, we created that because of a printout that you had given us. There was a printout on costs for the, was it dues? Is that what it's called?
The Northwest Kansas recycling dues come out of that Northwest Kansas recycling. The pay that you give the city for the employee up there was also coming out of that line item.
I think that's, we split that, so that one would, the employee would come out of one and the dues come out of the other.
Okay,
That's why there's two entries.
okay. So we need to get a new fund line set up for that. RC&D, what is that? Is that? What is the RC&D?
That's a calendar.
Yeah.
Is that Western Prairie RC&D?
Well, they did a meeting.
Because
They
the
sent
dues,
an email.
the dues to that are $500, but I didn't know just by the letters RC&D if that is what you intended. That has been,
I don't recall on that.
that had, well, I can't get it loaded, I have it loaded in the budget somewhere.
You don't know what their dues come out of last year.
Well, the dues come out of the commissioner budget. Historically, they are taken out of the commissioner's budget, and that's where it's budgeted for, and that's where we pay it out of. This, however, is indicating to me that you wish to have it stand on its own somewhere. And
That was our intent.
Okay.
I honestly can't remember on that. We had numerous meetings and I don't recall on that.
No, I couldn't either. That's the one he sent out yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And then also the prosecution. The third one is the prosecution.
Okay, prosecution was, by the auditors, was placed, what, against the clerk of the court? Am I right? They put,
Life
oh, they
is,
put jail lawyer over there. Is that what the auditor did?
was your intention to create a line for the prosecution fees outside? They were taking it out of the sheriff, or not the sheriff's budget,
Right,
the
right.
sheriff's prosecution fund.
I believe it was 5,000.
Oh, yes.
We intended to give the attorney that amount in the attorney's budget. Yes. But the auditor put it over under other.
It is in other.
Okay, that.
So you as a board want a new fund line created just for prosecution?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And next year, what we need to do for the next budget is move it where it belongs, put it under the attorney, rather than have this confusion.
Well, okay. With that said, I can work with the county treasurer and get those lines and get the budget loaded. We tried to run some 2016 expense, and we can't run it until the budgets are loaded. So I was wondering if the board would approve some 2016 expense. Dolores had the appropriations. There's $179,000 worth of appropriations. So those bills have been entered. They're sitting there ready to pay, but we can't pay them because the budget isn't loaded.
Okay.
But this afternoon, hopefully, if you approve those, I just need a commissioner to come in and sign them, possibly later today or in the morning. Most of them, there's the workman's comp in there, appropriations, mid-month bills, nothing that's really nothing that's out of the ordinary. Yes.
How much do we pay the elevator service? Is it a monthly bill?
It's a quarterly. They went to, it used to be monthly and they went to quarterly payments.
Paying over $28,000 a year for the elevator.
It's expensive, yes.
And then what's this other $1,800 for the elevator here?
Oh, one's an appropriation and one's in an elevator. One is the elevator.
I don't think it's rent. I think they come in and they inspect it and check it. Right. So
Once a month, we have an elevator
check, guy come in and check.
come and check, and if there's anything wrong, why he'll adjust stuff. Was it 36 on that? Oh,
Because they're going up county-wide.
well, where you already have the Northwest Kansas, I didn't realize that you guys had wanted that split out, so. Okay, on those minutes, if I say those departments receiving pay raises during the year and some departments at the discretion of the board were not given the 6% increase. If I add that to the minutes, does that reflect what your intentions were? Okay. I'll write it, I'll handwrite it on here and then.
How about you, Eddie? Do we have a meeting tomorrow? No.
Okay.
Any problems with me signing this?
No, we need a vote on it
Just-
because it's a separate warrant.
It's a separate warrant, so if you would just approve those,
We need to make a motion.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we approve the 2016 warrant.
I'll second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
okay, thank you.
Now you can, so.
And here's the 15 warrants. We can set those holidays during the reorganizational meeting. We've got a lot of stuff. The mileage rate for, thank you, for the state is 54 cents a mile for next year. And I didn't know what you wanted to do, if you wanted the county to be the same as the state, or what you wanted to set the mileage rate as.
I think it's 52 now, or is it 50?
I thought it was 54, but I'm not.
That's the new rate that just came out
So
for
has
the
it
state.
Has it been 52 then?
No, I think it was a little bit higher than that, like 55 and a half or something like
So
that.
it actually went down.
Oh, I think it did. went
Gas,
up.
gas prices went down.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy with that.
Labor Day weekend.
Yeah. Not always is the county rate based on your decision the same as what the state is. So I just want to, getting started for the new year, I want a clarification from the board as
Yeah.
what you wish to pay as employees travel on county business.
So the mileage reimbursement rate.
Yes.
So we have 3 rates to make a motion on.
No, just one.
Just the one. We're just worried about automobile.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's flying
No.
meetings yet.
I'll make a motion that for 2016, the automobile reimbursement rate will be 54 cents a mile.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
You see that one fly?
117.
Sitting on the fly somewhere.
Oh. Their reimbursement is $1.17 a mile if you fly.
Okay, the surety bond from K-Camp, I need just some signatures again. County commissioners, I think I have everybody else on there already. Here's the schedule of principals for the people listed on there. I just need some signatures for the surety bond to get that back to K-Camp.
Well, gentlemen,
No, we signed that last year.
Mm-hmm. And that mitigation plan, I think Ryan signed that last time, didn't he? Brought that mitigation plan in.
He gave a copy to me that I reviewed. I made notes on it though, so I wasn't sure if he was gonna submit a new copy. There was nothing wrong with it. I had just made notes as I reviewed it.
Wonder if I didn't get that printed out. I'll have to check.
About halfway down.
So, and I also, in your packet, I did receive that letter from Roger Jensen, and I made each one of you gentlemen a copy of that so that you would have it for your files. And the new, the 2016 membership dues for the recycling is $27,260 for this year. So,
You want this back?
yes, please. I might just have you sign that original copy so I can submit it for payment.
maybe it will be next year.
Probably.
I'm just gonna sign that. I just wanna make sure you guys are okay with
Good thing we increased that.
it. Yep. You just want to answer.
That's fine. Just so it's, give it to Tammy so she can put it.
Education finally don't, you don't know yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I thought I had that, but I don't see it. So,
Well, since Scott's not here, do we want to do some of your presentation, so we.
Brett, under old business,
Yes.
I'd like to inquire about the tax sale.
Okay.
You know, that was discussed in May, and at the June 15th meeting, it was agreed there would be a tax sale. There had been one for 14 years. And they were going to work on that, and they didn't think they'd have time to get it done in 15, but early 16 they would. It's, as far as I know, Shapley Abstract has her work done, ready to go, so.
Do you know where we're at on this?
Yeah, I met with Dolores with that. They have all the certificates of title done.
Okay.
I'm a little concerned about whether or not everything was done properly to actually start the tax sale. So I'm in the process of reviewing everything that occurred last year and everything that's been done. And I hope by February be able to give you guys an update about where we're at. We may need to go back and do some things on the front end to make sure we're on the up and up to get the tax sale done. But I am working on it.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Nicole.
Thank you very much. Did that answer all your questions?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're.
On that, do you know about how many
Properties?
accounts they're talking?
No, because I know about a third of the properties that were initially on that list have paid off. So we're down to about 2/3 to where we were at before, but I don't have an exact count.
Thank you.
Originally, we were 100.
We were.
So, I mean, basically 2/3 of around 100, maybe 60.
I think it was 110.
110, okay, so maybe 65%.
Let's see if Amanda wants to come in.
Sure.
That came out to 27,000 something. And I think we set aside 34,009 or something. We didn't have any real way to fund it.
I have the new contract for 2016 from RNS Digital that does our GIS mapping. The price has not changed from last year. I just need your approval and your signatures, and I did send it to Nicole, and she did review it, so.
And I have no legal concerns.
You have no legal concerns?
And how much is it?
7,265.
So we'll need a
Was it
motion on the.
within the same limit as last year?
The same amount. It did not
Same
increase.
amount.
Same amount.
Make a motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve the 7,000. How much?
$7,265.
All right. What is the name of that company?
RNS Digital.
RNS Digital.
It has a contract.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Well, this-
That's all you needed today.
All I needed.
Damn, I
It's
think
not
we did
15
like
minutes
that.
worth.
Is Dave here?
Well, we can get Dolores in too. She's her 10:45.
She might like it.
Is that Austin Betsy
in
and
the
then
lunch hour.
I'll get it. I'll just submit a copy to RNS. I'll email it to them
Oh.
and run a copy and then
All right.
give it to them.
Yes, sir.
Yep, thanks.
Have a good day.
You too.
You guys shoot any coyotes?
They call,
Or did we?
take that back, George shot.
Somebody scared wanting to see one hit an highway.
Probably me.
It's cold yesterday.
Yeah, Dave will be here.
I didn't either.
Nicole, I might have you make some, you had those corrections and I wasn't quite understanding what you had meant for the reorganizational meeting. I printed that out and I'll just have you go through there. And you
Okay.
can write on those and then I'll have the girls make those corrections. And I'll get these so they can get those when they
Allied Well, we got our bulk oil filled up at the shop. So,
Don't forget, we paying for gravel.
These are all prior year expenditures?
yes, yes. I think it's just PYE on it.
Yeah, you're right.
What's that? I've seen some of the checks were pretty small.
I thought we were digging this one for free. By digging it, we were digging it. Okay.
Two of the other two.
Okay.
Those Iceland's, walls, and
I
then
just
that
wanted
other
to,
up north.
I just wanted to check.
Okay.
Okay.
And the only other thing that I have to tell you is Todd Crine accepted the job. So
Good. That'd be good. I think you'll agree. That's all I got. Okay.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
You said his start date is the 18th?
yes.
We are moving right along.
Yeah. You wish she'd be able to come in?
She wasn't quite ready. I also had put in your packet, and I don't know if Reed was going to talk about that, but in your packet I put the invoice to Rollins County in there for your review.
And he's coming in, so we're going to
Yes.
talk to him about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Rodney, have you had time to look at the holiday schedule?
Yeah, I think we ought to just approve what we did last year.
Okay.
There was one day that this one here, we decided we weren't going to do it last year.
Okay. I don't have a problem with not doing that one either. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, which will be Monday, January 18th.
In the past, we have never closed for that day.
So will you now?
Pardon?
Will you close for it this year?
No.
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 Okay, thank you.
So basically, I think we'll close here.
I was curious about something.
Karen, do you want to see? a
Should
copy?
we add to this list New Year's Eve,
Off at noon?
we close at noon?
Okay.
Because that came up during discussion last year. If we do it here, it's done.
So you're saying close Thursday at noon before New Year's?
Well, when does 2016, when does it fall? First off, we may not have to do it.
Well, according to this, it looks like it falls on
30, well, we don't have to do it.
This is
But the
Friday.
30th, they're still gonna have to close at noon.
Okay, I don't have a problem with that. We need to recheck all these dates because they've got it listed here wrong. So,
Is that not 2016?
well, it says 2016, but it says Friday, January 1st, which would be Sunday.
No. Friday, January 1st was a Friday.
Oh, okay.
So you're 12 months off.
You're
Well,
already
that's
at
what my
70.
You do
holiday
on
list
December.
is. Is my holiday list in the
You're in, you're
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I saw it.
After at 13.
Did I get it mixed up?
It says 2016.
Okay.
Okay, so,
You're talking about January 17th.
So,
okay.
Okay.
So Thursday, the 31st.
Word.
I'm gonna guess this.
Strike that.
well, December 30th, we're gonna close at noon.
Okay.
Oh, that's,
All right.
okay.
Yeah, but 2016,
That's
I'm
in
not gonna have to worry
effect.
about that.
At,
Falls
from,
on Saturday.
yeah, in effect, okay.
Add that.
They still need to close because we've gotta have time.
And add a
Oh,
paragraph
it's right.
here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the same
Right.
as this one.
Okay.
It's just Sherman and Rollins.
Okay, so I think we're okay with that?
Well,
New Year's Eve at noon?
Should be December 3rd. think we would need a motion on publishing the days.
Holiday days?
I don't think so.
Waiting the airport commission.
On the airport commission, I had contacted Dave Yost to see if all those gentlemen were still willing to serve, and they were. The only change, and I left Ron Loudon's name on there just as a reminder that he did resign this year, and Dave is aware that they need to be finding someone. They'd like to find someone from Bird City, so there'd be 2 from Bird City on the board. But if you approve these board members,
You don't have a problem with that? Rodney, do you have any problems with those? Okay.
I also contacted the hospital, and Dr. Brown is willing to serve as the county health officer again next year with your approval.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we increased her payment slightly.
What did we increase it to? I'm sorry.
I think we doubled it, in fact.
Is it 100?
Pardon?
Is that 100?
County health officer.
I think it's 200 a month. Let me look here.
Okay.
We looked at, as I recall, we looked at what surrounding counties were doing,
Okay.
and we were way, way down.
Because I think we were 50, correct?
Uh,
We were 50?
Yes.
Okay.
That's under other, right?
Yes. You did increase it. It's 1,200, so you increased it to up to $100 a month
100
from 50.
Yeah, from 50, okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I'm glad she's willing to do that. Everybody okay with that?
I'm okay with that.
Good. Continue the meetings. Meeting days is the 15th is the closest day and the last working day of the month. And start at 8 o'clock. Everybody okay with that?
I'm okay with that, except for the meeting in May.
In May. Okay.
I have reservations in the Lake of the Ozarks.
Okay.
Well, you can change your meeting,
Yeah,
you
we'll-
can change your
we'll
meetings
address that.
during the course of the year,
yeah.
but basically, as a general outline, people want to know when your meetings are.
Okay.
So there are exceptions that come up during the course of the year, but the established time,
So change your vacation.
I would like the meeting held on Friday the 13th, Ed.
We might go Thursday. Don't worry, we can go Thursday. All right, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
You guys? Okay. Designate First National Bank, Bank West, and Western State Banks as the official co-banks, signing signature cards as needed.
we don't have any signature cards because there's no changes.
Okay?
But the board does need to designate those 3 banks as the official banks which we do business with.
All right. The auditor wrote us up for not diversifying our county funds. I forget just how that was worded, but we have a bank in Bird City that does not have any county funds. We could eliminate that audit comment by asking the treasurer to put some of our funding over there.
Okay.
But right now, I think we can go ahead and okay these 3 banks, and then when she can work something out with that bank over there, we could do a current amendment at
Let's
that
just
time.
have the bank.
The bank? Okay.
I think actually it's owned by people, isn't it?
I don't know.
What happens there is the banks have a internal rule on how much they can allow counties to have where they will cover it.
Okay.
If you exceed that,
Talking FDIC coverage?
then you get a write-up because you're not covered.
Okay.
which is what happened to us.
Why don't we go ahead and make a motion to include the bank as one of the designated banks, and then we'll address that when it comes.
Do that.
All right, let's make okay. I'll make a motion that 4 banks be designated as official banks for Cheyenne County. The
Okay.
banks are,
First National Bank, Bank West, Western State Bank, and the Bank of Bird City.
okay.
Also,
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay. Designate the Herald and the Times as the official newspapers of Cheyenne County. I don't have a problem with that.
I don't have a problem with that.
turned out the Wheeler Gazette.
Wheeler Gazette? Well, I haven't got a bill from them yet.
Do we need a motion on that, or just designate it?
I think just
Just designate it,
Okay.
yeah. And I do not have this Developmental Services of Northwest Kansas agreement. That was from a previous, so I do not have that. And if Scott is here, I need to have Shirley make some corrections real quick that Nicole had made on these.
Let's do a quick break, and we'll be right back in 2 minutes, please.
Yes, no problem. Survive Christmas? There. Hi, Ken.
I'm not wanting to do it real bad.
Gets you in a corner anymore than right here, but.
When is election? April? No. I could tell it. I was gonna get one of those. Well, you know, we might need this first one. I'll make a copy.
Oh, that's your original. She puts them out.
Well, if there's any truth to that increase, as several counties in the area, ours is up 23%, we're almost to the top compared to some other adjoining counties. People need to wake up. Yeah, did I promote up there?
So.
There's a list, and I think it came out of. Sherman County went up 9.